So what's going on out there, y'all? So Trippie Red sophomore album came out, last week or whatever, or Thursday, Friday, whatever you want to call it. And I didn't know what to expect from it, but it had the first little song or whatever, Mac 10. Well, really was Under Enemy Arms. I wasn't really feeling that. That shit was kind of weak. Mac 10 dropped featuring Lil Baby and Lil Duke. But I realized that nigga only did a fucking hook on there. He didn't do a verse. So I was just like, all right, what is this album gonna be about? He got the Game feature on here, Playboy Cardi, which verse is dope. Game verse is dope as well. I think his girl is on this motherfucker, his girlfriend, Coy Leray or whatever the case may be. But this is definitely in a different direction than his debut album, Life's a Trip, and his trilogy of A Love Letter to You. And listening to it, yeah, got a very different vibe from it. You get personal issues, you get street talk, you get money talk, but it's just basically a very emotional project from what I'm listening to and from what I'm understanding. And I didn't even give it a good listen when it dropped. You know what I mean? I just was like, oh shit, I was expecting something totally different. And I think that's what it was, because I had no idea he was even dropping a project, and then he announced it. So my expectations when it comes to Trippie Red is like more of a love letter to you. 1, 2, even 3 was dope. So that type of music, you know what I mean? When it comes to his singles or whatever the case may be, and just overall, fun music. But I mean, I do like some of his more emo type music, you know what I mean, when it's actually good. But this just threw me for a loop. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's to me it's subpar. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I put a couple joints in a playlist or whatever, but it definitely is not his best project. It opens up with exclamation mark, where you just have a voice that sound like Siri repeating that over and over. And basically that song was just about him needing to find his peace or keep his peace, you know what I mean, from whatever the case he may be going through. And it gets into Snake Skin, where I didn't know what to think of that record, because it's like you listen to the hook and then you listen to the lyrics, and it's like it gives definitely two different vibes or whatever the case may be. I definitely like the melodicness of it, the way he uses his voice. I always think he's dope when he does that, but it's like, is he talking about haters? Is he talking about, a female? It just gets to be weird, where sometimes he just throw me for a loop. But it was a good record. Be Yourself is another good one. I like the jazz fuse that it got going on. You know what I mean? The hook was good. Definitely enjoyed it. It was a pretty dope record. Like when he do hooks like that, that's what I'm talking about. Like when he have a hook like that, and it's like, be yourself, like shit like that. And I feel like if he works on an actual song, like when you have a hook like that, I feel like the lyrics and the content should match the hook. And sometimes he'll have a hook where lyrics don't even got shit to do with the hook, you know what I mean? But I was like, all right, that's not bad, because I think more or less that I like his hooks and everything like that, the melodicness of what he does, because that, to me, that's what separates him and Uzi. They both do great things, but they do great things separate from one another. It's like you used to say that, okay, he's just a carbon copy of Uzi, but the more you listen to their bodies of work, you see the difference in what they do. But yeah, Be Yourself was another good one. I Try, basically another emotional record, talking about his life and everything like that. I thought that was pretty lit. But at the same time, it's like you get to know who he is, but not really. He doesn't really give certain details, you know what I mean? He gives a little bit, but then he'll go and talk about another subject within the song of him talking about himself. So I was just like, all right, that's pretty cool. They're Afraid of You featuring Playboy Cardi. Best thing about that was Cardi voice, the little baby voice, and for a minute I thought that was a chick, and I was like, is that a broad? And I was like, oh, that's Playboy Cardi. Kind of got that country rap type production going on, and I thought that was like, wow, Cardi is I mean, I get it, the appeal of the baby voice, but I think that's what make it go so crazy because it's just like, damn, Cardi definitely outshined Trippie Redd on this record. It gets into Immortal. I fuck with that, featuring the game, the production, that little sample in the background. Game verse is just crazy. And I was like, what is Game and Trippie Redd gonna do together on a record? I had no idea what to expect, or I didn't know what to expect from the record. Game definitely did his thing, and I like how he threw Trippie Redd name in a bar in his verse. I thought that was pretty dope. So I gotta say, him reaching out to Game and Game giving him a solid verse, that was pretty amazing to me because I was just like, this shit ain't gonna work, but he pulled it off. Throw It Away, I wasn't really feeling that. I was just like, it seemed like he's talking about a failed relationship, but then again, I'm listening to it and I'm like, okay, that's the vibe I got from it. But then he started talking about something else, so I'm like, I can't really tell. But it's definitely an emo record, very emotional. Keep Your Head Up, another record where I'm like, okay, is he talking about his ex, Alex? Because you listen to the lyrics and it's just like, I know what Keep Your Head Up mean. It's like if somebody going through something, you're giving them words of encouragement to, keep going forward and keep striving. But then I'm like, is he saying that a failed relationship, it didn't work out between him and her, that he wanted one thing, but she basically used him for clout? Maybe I'm bugging. Y'all let me know. Riot, too repetitive for me. I was not fucking with that record at all. I was like, no, this not it. Mac 10 featuring Lil Baby and Lil Duke, like I said, shit slapped. This shit is a banger, but he had no verse. He just did the hook. And I would have thought that, okay, the actual song, he would put a verse on it because the video, he didn't really have a hook. He had a hook but no verse. But no, it's just a hook. I thought that was pretty different. Everything Boss featuring Coi Leray, I wasn't feeling it. And he didn't need the feature. I'm listening to the song and I think the feature fucked it up for me because I didn't feel like he actually needed the feature. You know what I mean? He was doing his thing by himself and I just feel like he didn't need the feature. Under Enemy Arms, wasn't feeling that. Track 13 is Lil Wayne. And I'm like, why does he call this Lil Wayne? And you listening to it, it's too short of a song. And I know that's crazy because most of the songs is kind of short, but it's a good song. I just feel like it was just too short. You know what I mean? Right when you get into it, it's just like, damn, he could have used another verse on this joint, and I think that would have been fire. But I want to know why he called it Lil Wayne. I didn't really understand that. I didn't get it. I'm like, Lil Wayne wouldn't do no half-ass shit like this, so why did he call it Lil Wayne? But it was all right. You know what I mean? And then the last track, Signing Off, it was smooth. Melodic, emotional yet again, and it's a good way to close the album. But I just feel like, well, I won't say a good way, but I get it. Signing Off is the last song on the album, so the album's over. But I just feel like, damn, you could at least, gave us a joint like he did with A Love Letter You 3, the last song, how he closed the album out. And then you think about his actual debut album, how he closed the album out. He must learn that when you start an album off and ending it is very important. You know what I mean? Because it got to keep the energy going for the opening track and then the closing track. And then you got to have the content in the middle of the project to let it flow properly. But I could see how most people was enjoying this project, playing it from top to bottom and not finding nothing wrong with it, which I feel like they are forcing themselves to listen to it. But I do feel like whatever aspects of Trippie Redd you like, it's something for everybody on this body of work. And I'm starting to notice that with a lot of these artists, they're pitting a project together and it just seems like it's all over the place. It's no cohesion, but it's something on there for everybody. You know what I mean? But it's definitely, out of 14 records, it's like 7 of them I can fuck with, you know what I mean? But like I said, it's not the best work from him, but I can see how somebody else may like this side of him or may like this project from him. But I just feel like it's moments on there where I get it, but it's just like, damn, it's like an idea that wasn't really finished, in my personal opinion. And the best features, like I said, is Playboy Cardi in the game, but he really didn't need no features to me. You know what I mean? It helped, but at the same time, I just feel like the whole title of the album and him saying it's a tribute to Triple X, And I'm like, wait, what? I don't know. I don't really get that part, but maybe I should find an interview or something where if he's explaining that, because I'm like, what does this got to do with, X in a way? And I remember X first album with his title was, so I guess, but in a way, I mean, it's cool, you know what I mean? It's like a solid 6 out of 10, you know what I mean? And some of the records, like I said, is good, but it's nothing really you gonna really go crazy over or mention to somebody like, yo, this is insane, because his last 2 projects is definitely killing this shit, you know what I mean? So I feel like whatever he gonna do next, he definitely should take his time and really try to put together a project where it's solidified, where it's just like, okay, this nigga's a problem, because he can rap, and that's the thing where it's like, damn, nigga, put out something that where you rapping, because he really can rap, and if people don't believe it, go look it up, and he can really rap. But that's just what I thought about Trippie Redd's sophomore album. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about it. I'ma holler at y'all, man. One.